Lahore is a city of history, mystery, and untold stories. Today I am taking you on a journey to one of its greatest landmarks, the Lahore Fort. But what if I told you that some of its most fascinating cravings, including intricate figures and lost art, have been erased from the history? Let's find out. I started my journey from the heart of Lahore, weaving through its crowded streets, past century old Havelis,
So we
and a
all
scent of
traveled to
sizzling food.
Shahi Qila.
And finally, here I am,
It
standing at the
was
majestic
beautiful
gate of
architecture
Lahore Fort, a symbol of Mughal
with my family,
empire, but
obviously.
also a
We discussed
silent witness
its
to time's
structure.
destruction. Walking these grand walls, you can still feel the echoes of history, the delicate frescoes, the Persian inscriptions, the majestic archways. But what's missing? Right here on the very walls, there used to be detailed carvings, some even depicting Kama Sutra figures, showcasing the influence of a Persian art. But where they are gone, erased, chinned away, why? Was it time? Was it deliberate? Art, no matter how bold, is history. These cravings were part of cultural heritage, a testament to the artistic freedom that once flourished here. Over the years, they have been vandalized, removed, and destroyed, either due to moral policing or sheer neglect. What remains is a shadow of what it was. Despite this loss, Lahore Fort still stands as a masterpiece. Its Sheesh Mahal, its grand gates, its vast courtyards, they all whisper the stories of emperors and artists, of battle and love. But one can't help but wonder, what if those lost pieces were still there? What if we had preserved them instead of erasing them? Lahore Fort is more than just bricks and walls. It is a storyteller, and while parts of its stories have been erased, it is up to us to remember, document, and to protect what remains. Until Lahore was a strategic city sitting at the crossroad of South Asia and Central Asia. It was gateway to the Mughal Empire's northern territories and an important trade hub. Akbar saw its potential and rebuilt the fort with massive red sandstone walls in the 16th of century, making it the stronghold we see today. Under Shah Jahan, the emperor who built the Taj Mahal, the fort transformed from military base into a royal palace. He added Sheesh Mahal, a stunning hall decorated with thousands of tiny mirrors that shimmer in candlelight, although they have been destroyed and stolen. Then came Aurangzeb, a different kind of ruler. He strengthened the fort's defenses and built the massive Alamgiri Gate, which later became the main entrance. But time wasn't always kind to Lahore Fort. After the Mughal decline, it fell into the hands of Sikhs, and then the British, and then decades of neglect. Many original structures were destroyed or altered. The art and the cravings that once adorned these walls, some even controversial, were erased or damaged. Today's efforts are being made to restore its glory, but what we see now is only a fraction of what the Mughals built. Lahore Fort isn't just a monument, it's a storyteller. From a Mughal palace to a symbol of Lahore's history, it has been empires, rises, and fall. While it has changed, it still stands tall, reminding us of the grandeur and the losses of time. The Mughals may be gone, but their legacy remains. What do you think? We should restore every lost detail, or should history be left as it is? It has been overshadowed with these street vendors and their things which they provide on every corner. They're selling something and you're buying something. There are some places that don't just hold history, they breathe it. Lahore Fort is one of them, a place of emperors, poet, and dreams carved into stone. Today, I'm taking you inside one of the most mesmerizing architecture wonders of the Mughal era. Let's explore more of the royal masterpiece. From the moment you step in, the sheer size of the fort overwhelms you, covering over 20 hectares. Every brick of this place tells the story of Mughal grandeur. Imagine walking where vampires once strolled, planning the future of the empire. One of the most breathtaking sights here in Sheesh Mahal, place of mirrors. This is a hall which was being constructed and left empty. Maybe they're building something. Tiny mirrors reflecting lights in every direction, creating a dreamlike glow. Imagine candlelight nights in this palace. Pure magical. The fort isn't just massive, it's a walk of art. The Naloka Pavilion, with its delicate white marble and floral inlays, something like something out of a fairy tale. Then there's a summer palace, cool dark chambers built underground to escape the Lahore's heat. Genius Mughal Empire engineering at its finest. But beyond the grand halls and royal chambers, Lahore Fort has a soul. Echoes of the past, the fading murals, the archway framing the sky, whether you love history, art, or just beautiful places. Fort is will leave you totally speechless. Lahore Fort isn't just a place where history whispers in the wind and beauty stands the test of time. This is the dark secret of Lahore Fort, a story of power and pain. Lahore's fort, majestic, grand, and timeless, but beneath it lies a dark history, a history of betrayal, torture, and bloodshed. This isn't just a fort, it's a witness to the horrors of power. Today I'll take you into the forgotten shadows. There are prisons of princesses over here. This is what you see in a palace. It has a prison as well. So Mughal empires who once ruled from here also suffered within these very walls. Prince Kasuri, the son of Emperor Jahangir, was one imprisoned here after rebelling against his father. His fate, tortured and later blinded, right within these walls. His crime, daring to challenge the throne. These underground chambers are said to have held prisoners, royals and rebels alike. Some were never seen again. Not all stories here are about kings and queens. Some are about pain and suffering. During the Sikh and British rule, Lahore Fort became a palace for fear. Prisoners were locked in dark cells, tortures for days. Some say their screams are still haunt the walls. It is also the most haunted place in Lahore, as after 6 p.m. you're not allowed to enter the premises. One of the most feared rulers, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, used these very dungeons to punish his enemies, shackled and starved, with many never walked out alive. There's a huge bell, which is, I think, the grand entrance, Alamgiri Gate, was once a place of execution. Head rules, rebellions were crushed, and history was rewritten in blood. Let me know your thoughts. Until next time, this is Asif Sultan uncovering the hidden stories of Lahore Fort.